What is going on? Actually, the final 104 here with exciting today. And today we have exciting news in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. What a game for the Minnesota Vikings! Like unbelievable. Like it was even good last week against the Colts, but this game, the Minnesota Vikings went out to beat the New York Giants 27-24 and a future playoff team for the Giants. But the Vikings did their part as they went in a billion after the Eagles lost to the Cowboys 40-34. Now the Vikings are 1 inch closer of tying for the number one seat spot in the NFC. And things might be getting interesting in the last 2 weeks. The Eagles need to win their game to clinch the number one seat in their division, but they cannot do that. The Vikings did their job. They did the job last week. They won their division. They did their job again this week to keep one game closer to the Eagles and have a shot at the number one seed. Now let's get into today's game. So Daniel Jones went 30 for 42, 34 yards, a touchdown, and interception. The running game, Saquon Barkley did everything that he could. He did got that touchdown close to the end of the game. And then receiving, spraying the ball. Hockenson had a career high today with 8 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Richie James got also 8 receptions, 90 yards, 11.2 is the average, and no receiving touchdowns. Saquon Barkley also added 8 receptions to himself, to his stat total with 49 yards. Finished with the game with total of he had a total of 133 yards total today's game, which is a very impressive, especially for a running back. Yes, 133 yards. Yeah, the Giants defense did the best way they could, but they thought they forced an interception against Kirk Cousins, but it was called back. They reviewed it. It was incomplete, hit the ground. And which was very crucial for the Minnesota Vikings. Now let's go on to the Minnesota Vikings. Their offense had another good game. Kirk Cousins was 1 yard shy of 300 yards, but yeah, 3 touchdowns to his total. No interceptions. 34 for 48. Dalvin Cook added 64 yards on the ground on 14 carries. Madison added 17 on the ground on 4 carries. And Kirk Cousins added 2 yards on 1 carry on the QB sneak. Now here we go. Receiving. Justin Jefferson had a huge game on 12 receptions, 130 yards, 11.1 the average, and 1 receiving touchdown as he passed Randy Moss for the most receiving yards in franchise history in a single season. Congrats on Justin Jefferson. TJ Hockenson had a good game today on 13 receptions, 109 yards, 8.4 the average, and 2 receiving touchdowns. KJ Osborne, 3 receptions, 17 yards on 5.7. Johnny Monk got a huge play for the Minnesota Vikings on 16 yards for 1 reception. Dalvin Cook added 13 yards on his 3 receptions. And I think only got 1 catch today. That was, I think, in the first quarter. 1 for 6 yards. And CJ Ham also got 1 reception and 5 yards. The Minnesota Vikings know what they need to do on offense. They spread the ball more. They utilize their weapons. Especially with TJ Hockenson and Adam Thielen, they're all red zone threats, especially when it comes to the red zone. And Justin Jefferson had a huge game today. Congrats to him. And he's eyeing for the all-time record in a single season in the NFL. So I really hope he gets that. On defense, the defense step up and make plays, especially for Danielle Hunter, who got 2 sacks today. Huge sacks, crucial sacks for the Minnesota Vikings defense. Patrick Peterson got a huge interception. Sullivan makes some good plays today, even though he got cheated out. by recovering 2 fumbles last week. Returned them from touchdowns, but apparently can't scoop and score. And yeah, the Vikings defense, they were not even blitzing more, which is good. I like to see this Minnesota Vikings defense blitz more. It seems to help. But yeah, so in the first quarter, I mean in the first half, it was 10-7 Vikings. Now at 3, okay. 13-10 Giants. And then it went back and forth. From there, it was TJ Hawkinson make a 17-13 lead. Okay, and now field goal by Gano, 17-16. A 55-yard field goal from Gano and a Justin Jefferson touchdown from Cousins delivers to make it a 24-16. And then Barkley had a huge play, run, missed tackle, and miscue tackle by the Minnesota Vikings defense to make it a 24-22 game. They converted a 2-play conversion, add to Patrick Peterson, try to jump under the batter down, tie things up. The Minnesota Vikings, they got the ball to Justin Jefferson. They hurry up and inspect the football. And they, let's just try to make an effort, making a 61 field goal. But Greg Joseph, aka Greg the Leg, made a 61-yard field goal to win the game for the Minnesota Vikings. What a crucial kick for the Vikings. What a game for the Minnesota Vikings overall. They are 11-0 at 1-possession games. And I mentioned in the Find a Way to Win video, if you have not yet to watch that video, the video will be down in the description below. And I mentioned this in that video as well, that the Minnesota Vikings are playing like playoff scenarios. Like, you want to make sure, because you got to be ready in the playoffs, especially these playoff games, be like very close to the end. And you cannot expect to win blowout games, because if you win each game that you won in blowout fashion, like win by let's say in double digits, comes to playoff time, oh man, we didn't expect this to be very close. And you gotta check down, you gotta double down, you gotta play good defense, and you're gonna expect to see these 1-possession games in the playoffs. And once again, the Minnesota Vikings go on. They move. They won 27-24. They go on to a 12-3. Go to 12-3 as the Giants fall to 8-6-1. Several chances of the playoffs, but it's going to be very interesting the last 2 weeks, because those seedings can move around. Vikings cannot go out to the top 4 since they won their division. I will be kind of shocked and surprised if the Cowboys somehow win their division, and then they'll be the number 1 seed, or who knows. But it's gonna be very fun the last 2 weeks. Once again, Minnesota Vikings win 27-24 and a Greg Joseph 61-yard field goal to win the game and to make it 1 inch closer, trying to take the number 1 seed away from the Eagles. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button. This will always let you know when I upload videos and content. I really appreciate watching this video. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button. This will let you know